Speaking of green, Saquon Barkley's in green. That's pretty crazy.
Throw up green. That has stirred some fucking pots, though.
Yeah.
Man, oh, man. People are going off.
Mostly the pots of Giants fans. They are mad. And, I mean, rightfully so, but...
Don't be mad because you had to pay Daniel Jones. You guys did that. Not you guys as the fans, but like...
Yeah, I mean, the front office just botched...
I want to be pointing fingers at Saquon, in my opinion. I mean, I'd be pointing him at the front office.
They didn't offer him a contract.
That's where you should start.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, say they offered him a contract. Say he's making less than what he would have got with the Eagles. I think there was a chance that he would have picked the Giants.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cohen Podcast. This is Couple Amateur Athletes Talking Pro Sports. I'm Sam Cohen.
I'm RJ Tamillo.
And man, oh man, this NFL free agency has just put my head in an absolute spin cycle right
in a
now.
blender.
It's been 3 days.
Yeah.
What, 3-4 days?
3-4 days. We had to make an episode because it's just there's too much going on to
I mean,
so much to talk about.
The amount of moves is like, it feels like Madden franchise mode right now.
Just the running back position alone is
astronomical.
Like we could just do an episode just on running backs and talk for an hour.
Yeah, I mean it's
crazy.
The amount. How many were there? 15, you said?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. Still though.
New faces.
12 new running backs in new cities. Let's start from the top. Who do we got first?
I'll start off with my boy Josh Jacobs heading to the pack.
Had to
go. Leave, but I'm to be honest, I wasn't like expecting to re-sign him because
especially after last year.
Yeah, I mean we franchise tagged him last year. We gave him a pretty big. I think he got like a $12 million something payout for that franchise tag, and he made a little less than that. I think with the Packers this year. I don't know. I think it was a 1-year deal.
Yeah, it is a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact amount of millions, but
right.
It is a 1-year deal.
I didn't expect to re-sign him. Zamir White played really well at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, like, when you have a guy that you know can produce at the position on a rookie contract, you might as well just use that and then spend that money elsewhere, which they did.
Good for the Pack, though.
Yeah, no,
good
it's a
for the
signing.
Pack.
Add to a good offense.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have Josh Jacobs on any. You want Josh Jacobs on your team?
No, don't get me wrong. He's a dog, and he's going to be missed. And he definitely got us a lot of like third downs that we didn't deserve that he just fought for extra yardage for, and got to tip the cap. Great player. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
Yeah, knew that was coming.
Yeah, but Packers get a dog. I think it's a good signing. Obviously, Aaron Jones gets cut in the process, and he's a Viking now.
What if Josh Jacobs overdoses on cheese because he's the Packers now?
He could.
What would happen?
It is a big-time cheese state.
They love their cheese. Curds, cheddar. I don't know what else.
Still got A.J. Dillon munching cheese and running over there.
Dude, I heard that's why his thighs are so big. He just munches on cheese.
It's definitely
he's a cheese head. He's
literally
a
cheese
head.
consumption.
Actually, the cheese, it breaks down the amino acids inside of your legs. And yeah, I have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about.
Correct science right there. Straight out the book.
Who else we got, though, other than the cheese brain?
Let's talk Aaron Jones real quick. How do you think he fits in with the Vikes?
Perfect. I think it's perfectly fine. Interdivision, I love that. Yeah. I love interdivision moves. I love when guys go interdivision.
Yeah.
It hypes me up.
Got a lot of those.
Even if it's not even my division.
Right.
Like, nice.
Just a little extra juice.
You got to see him twice a year now.
Yeah, see him twice a year. You get to see all your teammates also, so that's always a cool part of it at the end. They go and hug all the boys.
But him in that offense now, Jettas, Hawkinson, Addison, Jones.
Yeah, now it's just...
That is a fucking combo right there.
We'll get to more of this later, but obviously Kirk leaves, so you got to...
Kirk leaves, but I think that opens the doors for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people. A certain few, but like quarterbacks, there's going to be doors open for them there.
Yeah, I think they're
going to take a chance too, I think.
I agree.
We'll see, though. But I do like Aaron Jones there.
Me too.
Shout out Skullman Jewel.
Yep, shout out to him.
He's got a picture with the guy. Now he's on his team.
Yeah,
that's pretty
sick.
About
that.
He
that
met him.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
In the group chat
yeah, that's pretty cool.
That
I'll give it to him. That's sick.
So, yeah, Aaron Jones to the Vikings, Josh Jacobs to the Packers. Big one here, Derrick Henry to the Ravens.
Yeah.
That's a big
King
sign.
Henry over in Beemore. They're going to be good. Again.
Yeah, they got a nice little thunder and lightning.
Bateman, Flowers, Andrews, Henry, Lamar.
And then you also have Keaton Mitchell as like
Keaton Mitchell as your backup.
Like, he's the speed guy, the pass catcher, and then you got Derrick Henry, ground and pound, goal line.
What does this mean for J.K. Dobbins?
I forgot about him. Yeah, he's still on the team, right? Still under contract?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know. We'll have to see how he comes back, I guess.
See what the future holds for him because he's on my dynasty team. So I hope he does something somewhere before I just drop him.
I can definitely see him if he comes back healthy and is running well. I can see them moving him somewhere just to
I could see him being like a Charger.
Could see that. Gus Edwards is a Charger.
I know, that's why I could see him being a Charger. I could see him being... He could be on the East Frisco Bulldogs in the Arena Football League.
Could be.
He could be on the Philadelphia Wings.
Could play for the Blue Mountain State
Goats.
Goats
Could play for the Goats. I think that's their mascot.
I think, right?
It's a goat show, so it might as well be the mascot.
Coming
We might as
back.
well make it the mascot.
You heard it's coming back, right?
No way.
Yeah. Thad Castle will be in it.
No way.
Yes.
Isn't he gay?
I don't know.
I think he is in real life.
Maybe.
I'm sorry
he's
if
back.
he's not.
He's
and
back.
if he is, I'm not. I don't know. But he's back. I love Thad Castle makes the show.
He's
Makes
the
it.
best
Him and
character in
Sammy.
it. Yeah, I think Sammy is the one that
He's the creator.
created it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the
He's the producer,
director,
writer,
producer,
whatever you want to call it.
whatever.
He's the Charlie Day.
Classic show.
Charlie Day of
staple.
Blue Mountain State, the Goats.
It's a
But I could see,
staple of our squad
I could
hanging
see
out
Dobbins being there. I could see him being a Laker, Celtic, Oriole, Met. I could see him being anything.
You just want to see him in green.
Something. I'll see him in green. Yeah,
Yeah.
put him in green. Why
That's
not?
what it is. Speaking of green, Saquon Barkley's in green. That's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
throw up green.
Throw up green, yeah. But
They gotta
that's
change that color, man.
I agree. I'm
That
not a
shit
big
pisses
fan.
me off.
The Kelly green is one of the best colors in sports, I think. Why get rid of it?
It is. Yeah. No, you're right.
Like,
and
they
it
should rock it.
pains me to say that.
Yeah, me too. Like it should be their normal jersey though. Like the color
cool.
they have now is just not.
It's fucking puke.
Not it. It's
It
not
looks
green.
like I fucking threw up grass.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a little aqua.
That has stirred some fucking pots, though.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. People
Mostly,
are going off.
mostly the pots of Giants fans. 'Cause they are mad, and I mean rightfully so. But
Don't be mad
at the same
because you
time-
had to pay Daniel Jones. You guys did that. Not you guys as the fans, but like
yeah, I mean the front office just botched.
I want to be
botched it
pointing
all.
fingers at Saquon, in my opinion.
I mean,
I'd
yeah,
be pointing them at the front office.
They didn't offer him a contract.
That's where you should start.
Yeah, because like I mean, if say they offered him a contract, say he's making less than what he would have got with the Eagles, I think there was a chance that he would have picked the Giants.
I mean,
Right?
if they gave him the
If
right
they
amount of
offered
money,
it.
I don't see why not.
If they offered him at least a respectable contract that was maybe a little less than what the Eagles offered, I think they still would have taken
And
it.
a big takeaway off of that is something that he said too. He said, "What happened to the loyalty to the player?
That's true.
Everybody's got to be loyal to the team, but the team can't be loyal to the player."
Yeah, I mean they're
He is their
definitely more
offense.
loyal to him. Yeah,
He's their offense.
he was the only
It's the
person
one guy
that
I'd
could
wanna
move the
play.
ball from the line of scrimmage elsewhere.
I
For a
literally
little
wouldn't
while.
want to pay anyone else. I don't get it.
I agree, but
But
yeah,
instead, you spent $92 million fucking Daniel Jones, and
kind of puts you in a hole. Kind of
Yeah.
puts you against a wall where you can't really make the decision to sign him. So kind of screwed themselves. But
they did.
It's
You
tough to
guys,
see.
you guys fucked yourselves. It's tough to see, but as I just said earlier, love me an interdivision move, so I love this move.
yeah, see him twice a year.
Their offense is gonna be fucking scary.
Yeah, how about Tiki Barber tweeting out that he's dead to him?
Tiki Barber's fucking irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's how he just got his name back in the media right there.
He
There,
got-
boom, Tiki, you're back.
He was
Congrats.
getting dragged on Twitter for it.
Fucking bald fuck.
Yeah. What else we got? Besides Saquon, Tony Pollard, another NFC
To the
East
Titans.
guy. To
What the
Titans.
fuck are the Cowboys doing?
Absolutely nothing.
Deuce
is what
Vaughn
they're
going to be
doing.
their RB1 right
They
now?
haven't signed a single player this offseason.
Jerry
Not
Jones said big moves this
one. Sleeping,
offseason.
Sleepy Jerry.
Jerry's asleep.
He's knocked out.
You might want to go wake him up, Dallas. Jerry's
Yeah,
not
he's-
awake right now. He's
he
like
hasn't
Joe
done a
Byron.
thing. It's crazy.
Joe Byron.
I don't know. That's a classic. We were saying that for a while.
Byron.
But I don't know if I like. I mean, you lose Derrick Henry, you replace him with Tony Pollard. It just changes the dynamic of your offense, I guess. But
You'll take it.
it's not an upgrade.
It's not a downgrade,
It's not
though.
a downgrade.
I'll
but,
take
like,
it.
yeah.
I'll take it, Tony. He's coming off a bad season, though, so he's got a lot to prove.
Right. So I think it'll be a decent move. Like just
Not rookie quarterback, but they're going to have
Young
Will Levis
quarterback.
playing, so, I mean, you're going to want to give him more touches.
Yeah. We'll
So-
see. We'll see how that goes. Who else? Back to the Giants. You got Devin Singletary taking the snaps back there now instead of Saquon.
Giants fans may not like this, but I don't mind it.
I
I'll
don't
tell
mind
you
it either.
that.
He's younger.
He played great last year when he
Yeah.
filled in for Pierce. He played great.
I agree. And back to Saquon a little bit. Like, obviously he's very talented, but like, you know, he's not old, but he's been around a
Get
little
injured,
bit now,
though.
and
He
he's
gets
been
injured.
and that adds some years to your.
It does.
You know, your
it slows
career.
you down a little bit, whether you
Yeah,
like to
so
face it or not. I mean,
Wasn't like a really smart move for the Giants to go and pay him all that money. So like, I
Yeah.
get why they didn't, but
yeah.
you know, Eagles took a shot. They have a very good team around him already, so you can kind of overpay for a running back in a situation like
That's
that.
true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but good for them. I think it's better than having no one.
Yeah, I think Singletary will be fine though for the Giants. He'll be okay. Then another NFC East running back on the move, DeAndre Swift, is a Bear now.
The Bears.
So I don't really get that, to be honest, that signing. I think they have other needs that they need to address before they need to get another running back. They already have Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, they should adjust the O-line.
Yeah, I think there should have been other moves made.
Defense is usually fine for them. It's offense that always fucks them over.
Right.
Every
year.
Calling, year after year. Like, they're a mess, dude.
They get in their own way more than anything.
Dumpster fire of an organization.
They really are. I'm sure they'll somehow find a way to fuck up their
They will.
prime situation that they have here.
They're in the best spot possible. It makes no sense. They control everything.
They have a quarterback that other teams want that they can build around if they chose to, or they can draft who's said to be a generational quarterback at number 1.
Yeah.
So like they kind of can't really lose here, but I think they're going to find a way to lose somehow.
We'll see. Them and the Giants suck.
Yeah, they need to do something with like the front office and
they suck in the draft.
Yeah.
Giants end up fucking themselves every time too.
Yeah, watch the Giants will go and draft like J.J. McCarthy, like trade up for him, set themselves back centuries.
We got another Eli.
Yeah, literally they would just have him and Daniel Jones having fucking clown competitions at practice.
Who's the bigger clown?
Oh man,
You're like the clown. You belong in a sewer. You garbage.
Let's see. Commanders. Austin Eckler.
Weird as fuck to me.
Weird to me as well.
I mean,
he didn't get paid all that much either. I think he's getting like
older.
$6 million. Yeah,
an older guy.
I think it's a decent deal for the Commanders. They're not going to use him as their every down back. Brian Robinson will still get some touches. He'll get probably a lot of pressure taken off him in this role.
That's
after a down year, so I think it could be okay for him. A little change of scenery.
It's one of those moves where like, it's not a needle pusher.
Yeah, I mean the Commanders aren't like jumping off the paper to me as like going to win. I don't know what
especially with the division they're playing in.
Yeah.
They never have a shot.
I mean,
They never have a shot.
It's kind of hard to pick against the Eagles after the offseason that they're having.
True. Very true. I mean,
they're going all in.
They're killing it right now in the offseason. I'll give it to them. Props to you.
We'll get into more Eagles in a bit. Let's just finish these running backs. Antonio Gibson of the Patriots. Nobody really cares about that.
I don't
either. We won't even get into it. But Joe Mixon traded to the Texans. That's
love
a pretty
that.
Cool one.
I think that's good.
I think that's great for C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
I think that's great for Joe Mixon. Honestly, like just get
that
out of there.
Offense gonna be good. Tank down Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, Joe Mixon, C.J. Stroud.
I like it. That's a
good line. They got a good O line.
That seems good enough to win the AFC South to me.
I think they're gonna start owning that division.
Yeah, I agree.
Texans are on the up and up, and I love it.
They are big time. It's crazy once you get that quarterback, like everything just
changes.
Everything
That's what
changes.
It is, man.
You gotta have that guy that you believe in. That you're like, okay, this guy is gonna be here for 5 years at least. So and now we can do everything else.
And you gotta let him. You gotta let him be. I hate when there's so much pressure on a young quarterback.
Like, let him develop.
He just got here.
Right.
What the fuck are we yelling at him for?
Yeah,
he just got here.
Give him 1 year at least to have a full season under his belt to where he can come into a camp as not a rookie.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
like
it doesn't.
It's going to be growing pains for every player, every position.
Everywhere, every sport.
Every sport.
It happens everywhere.
Not even sports, in everything.
In everything. Get off his back.
Gotta learn shit. Let him learn. We're all human.
The fuck?
God.
Goddamn assholes over here. Christ.
Lastly, though, we'll finish off. Zach Moss to the Bengals. I think that's actually pretty good for him specifically because he's, was splitting time sometimes.
He's been bouncing around from starter to not starter, and he's due. He's due.
Right.
I think this is a good spot for him. No Joe Mixon, plenty of space. He's got no job right now. Well, he doesn't have no job, but he's fighting for an open job. I should say.
I mean, it's the first time that he right now is kind of the clear cut one going into a team because he's been behind Jonathan Taylor in Indy. He's been behind Singletary in Buffalo. Yeah. So Zach Moss of the Bengals, not a bad move. Had a pretty good year too when he played in the place at JT, so.
Yeah, no, not bad. I mean, he's had to do it multiple times, so.
Scored a lot of touchdowns.
Next man up,
Yep. All right, well, that's it for the running backs. A lot of new faces. Going to be interesting. Fantasy football should be fun. Remembering all this shit in a couple months when we had the draft.
Oh, shit, he's on that team now?
Yeah, it's always fun to do.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. I thought
Especially when football starts also, week 1 comes on,
you see him?
Like, Zach Moss on the Bengals?
Just looks weird.
Shit. Yeah.
Just looks weird.
Tony Pollard's on the Titans?
A lot of new guys in New Jersey. It's going to look awkward.
Yep.
It's going to look awkward.
Very awkward. But speaking of that, there's a whole lot of other movement around the league, too. Not just the running backs. We'll go back to the Eagles, who are having a pretty loud offseason. Bring back C.J. Gardner-Johnson, which is interesting.
Guy said he hates everyone there.
Already laid out a public apology on Twitter to the fans. but they're back. They love him again.
Now that he's back.
That easy. They love him.
That's just because they're fucking psychopaths.
I saw somebody quote it, and they're like, nah, bro, don't apologize. We're fucking scumbags, and we know it. And I was like, I respect that, honestly.
Yeah, somebody's got to own up to it at some point.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
The real ones that own up to it are the ones I fuck with.
Yeah.
You know?
I could fuck with you if you do that.
It's like, you just love your squad. You love your sports.
But if I see you,
about it,
but if I see you post fuck CJ Gardner-Johnson, and then when he signs again, it's like, let's go, we have CJ Gardner-Johnson, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. Right.
You know who I'm talking to. Machado.
Who else did they do? They get Bryce Huff.
They did get Bryce Huff stolen from the Jets. Good young player.
Very good young player.
Good year. Young whippersnapper.
Young whippersnapper added to that team. That pass rush, pretty solid.
The young whippersnapper, that Huff. Can run like the lightning, you see. Now you see him, now you don't.
Christian Wilkins to the Raiders. You broke that news to
Raiders.
I
Big Daddy Wilk.
could not be on my phone at the time when all this shit started happening, and I didn't even realize, like, why is my phone
I was confused.
bugging
I
out?
didn't see any text from you.
Yeah. And
I was waiting for a Raiders.
I was fired up when I saw it. At first, I thought that we got fucking Jalen Ramsey. Because I look at
Me too. I was like, wait, what's going on there now?
I looked at my phone, and I was like, I saw Jalen Ramsey and Raiders on a Bleacher Report notification. I had to look at it quick and put it away. And I looked at it. And then, like, in my head, while I'm waiting to, like re-look at it again, I'm like, we got Jalen Ramsey? I'm like, let's go. And then I go look, and it was just him tweeting about the Raiders signing Christian Wilkins.
Which is weird to me, but I guess, you know, it's your boy.
Yeah, that's my boy. I'll take it. That's a nice little pairing with Crosby up front.
I didn't know that. He's good friends with a couple of the staff members on the Raiders.
Christian Wilkins is?
Yeah, I saw, like, an NFL mic'd up thing last year where he was, like, done with the game, and he was just dapping all the fucking staff up, like a bunch of coaches. He was like, love you, I'll catch you, love you,
Sick.
love you.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's probably going to feel right at home.
Good to hear.
Him and Crosby on that D-line is going to be...
Yeah, dude, like, we
Good luck.
Good luck. Needed one other guy, because, like, we signed Chandler Jones a couple years ago to be that other guy. He obviously fucking lost his mind. And then, like, we draft Tyree Wilson, and he was, like, very underwhelming last year as a rookie. So, like, you needed one other guy to take some pressure off of Crosby and
stole someone from
draw
you.
some attention.
We stole Mr. Nichols.
Oh, yeah, Bilal Nichols. Not a bad player. You got a nice player over there.
Josh Nichols' father's cousin's dog's brother.
Josh Nichols' father, yes.
He's a nickel.
Son of Walter Nichols, the weatherman.
Young whippersnapper.
Yes, sweaty guy.
He's a Redbird, you see?
Yeah, no, that's a good signing, though. I like him.
I don't mind it at all. We need help.
Yeah, he played.
We need help on the
You need
line.
help anywhere you can get it.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Bring it over.
He's a big boy.
Big guy.
big-
I saw pictures
big
of him.
boy.
Big man.
Yeah.
Ain't a small fry.
Takes up some-
I love seeing that on the D-line.
Takes up some square feet.
Give me it. Give me all the square footage you got.
Yeah, he's
Give me it all.
He's a good one. Nice run stopper. He'll definitely help you out in the run stopping aspect of the game.
That's where we were getting killed.
Yeah, he'll definitely be able
getting
to
murked
plug up
in the
a
run
hole or
game.
two inside. That
Couldn't
big
tackle
body.
couldn't tackle a ghost.
I think the Redbirds will definitely.
We're on the up and up.
Yeah,
To me.
they're not going to be. They'll be better than they were last year by at least a game or two.
I mean, we finally got Kyler back, so
Yeah.
I mean, you're missing your QB1 all year.
Right.
It's
What can you expect from them?
we had to play like fucking. We had to
Only
play Trace
backups all
McSorley, fucking Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I don't care what anyone says about Josh Dobbs. At the end of the day, he's a backup quarterback.
Yeah, he had his moment. He
Good
he
for you,
shined for a little
astronaut man.
bit.
You're a
but-
rocket man, but
Yeah.
all rockets land.
Right. If he was still a starting quarterback, he'd be signed with the Vikings right now on an extension.
Yeah, they wouldn't be doing much
You know,
quarterback
they're
surfing around.
Probably going to be drafting,
Oh yeah,
I assume. Speaking of quarterbacks, though, and the
Kirky.
Vikings,
Jerky.
the jerk, he's out.
Do you know he's made more
an
money than
ATL.
Tom Brady?
Has he?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's played his
making
cards.
$230 off this deal. 180 with an
And his
additional
contract was pretty big for the Vikings for a while too.
with an additional 50 mil. And he got extended 2 or 3 times in Washington for at least
shit.
like 26 mil.
Yeah, he's made a bag every time he's gotten
Every
paid.
time. He's
Played his
he
cards
made
right.
more than Tom Brady
It's pretty nuts.
in NFL earnings.
And Tom Brady played until he was 45 years old, and Kirk is like, what, 34,
something.
35? Crazy.
So, good for Jerk.
Good for Jerk.
Good for the Falcons. They finally got a quarterback that can give Pitts in fucking London the actual ball. They can actually like
Yeah.
catch it and get
Right.
it to him.
Obviously, like, people will say what they want about Kirk and big games and all
Efficient.
that, but, like, yeah, he's an efficient quarterback.
efficient.
He's a guy that you're going to want to have over.
He kept the Vikings in every game. He
Yeah.
always kept them in a game. They were always in close games.
Yeah, I
Always.
agree. Maybe a new team, too.
And
Like, I know I've been
Bijan,
saying
too.
that, but, yeah, he got
What's
weapons.
good with that? Arthur Smith's just an idiot or something? Is that what he is?
I mean, he's gone now.
He's gone
so
now, but I mean,
It'll be I'm sure Bijan will
was
be heavily.
disgusting.
Yeah, he was great in the beginning, and then they barely used him. But I think he'll be heavily involved in the offense this year, and that'll be a
agree.
nice weapon for Kirky.
Better be for Jerkstein.
I'm sure Quavo's already working in some Kirk lines.
Pass it like
Kirky!
Something stupid.
Kirky with the chain. Did you see Kyle Pitts said all he wants for number 8 is targets every game? I like that out of him. Respect.
Give it to him. Why
What
not?
number you think he's gonna wear? 88? 18?
Pitts?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think he should
I
slap.
don't think he
88
wore
on.
8 in college.
No, I don't
I think he
so
wore like
either.
3 or something.
Maybe.
Might revert back to his college number.
Yeah, he could. I think he just hopped on the wave of wearing single-digit numbers as a skill position player. I feel
Looks
like
cool. I
everybody
like
liked it.
I don't mind it.
I
Looks
like it
nice.
too. Let's see what else. T. Higgins requested trade. Where do you think he could go?
I have no clue. I'm gonna be honest.
I could see him maybe going to like Buffalo.
Since they just lost Gabe, yeah.
I can see them making a move for him.
They did clear a lot of cap space though, which means they'd have to extend him, which the
True, I
Bengals
forgot
weren't doing.
Yeah, the Bills are in cap hell right now.
Yeah.
They have like a huge chunk of
Von
money
Miller's
owed
fault.
to Von Miller and Josh Allen. So,
So
they might have to do some
they're gonna be light on the moves. I think
Yeah.
they're not gonna try and do too much. They're gonna look to draft.
Yeah,
Get a
I
couple
feel
guys
that.
from there. They also have that Shakir.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's going to be a big
He's a
part
good
of their
slot.
offense
He's a
this
good
year.
slot receiver.
I agree. You can tell he became way more involved in the offense later in the year.
So
Yeah.
Bills ain't doing shit.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with T. Higgins.
Not sure where he'll go, honestly.
It's going to look real different, though, if he does get traded. It's just going to be Joey B and Jamar. And then
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd's a free agent.
Ah,
So he's also still
Wow.
out there.
could be light-handed in Cincy.
How about Tyler Boyd? Any good possible fits for him?
I don't even know. I don't care about Tyler
Redbirds?
Boyd. No, I don't need a Tyler Boyd.
Nah.
I don't want a
You want
Tyler
a Marv.
Boyd.
You want
I
a
want
Money
Money
Marv.
Marv.
Yeah.
That's all I want, bro. I just want
respect
to
it.
fucking stand out wide out one.
Feel
I
you.
love you, Hollywood, but
It's
you're a
harder
two.
for the smaller receivers like that to be a real standout number one unless you're
You can't
Tyreek
give them the
Hill.
deep ball unless they
Yeah.
beat their guy off the line.
Unless you're literal Tyreek Hill.
And even that, they just throw him slants, and he does what he does.
Right.
So, like, I love the guy. He's not our wide out one. I don't
feel
think
you.
he is.
Great wide receiver too, in my opinion.
I agree.
Let's
Stick him right in the slot.
stay with the wide receiver topic. Deontay Johnson goes to Carolina. Nothing crazy there, but
Yeah, it's not going to help him.
they're still
Unless
They're
he plays,
trying to-
unless he plays quarterback, it ain't helping.
they're trying to build the lineup a little bit. They signed a couple linemen.
Do you think they turn to Matt Corral at any point? If Bryce Young's really fucking it up?
I mean, yeah, if he really doesn't do anything worthwhile, they might, but I think they're gonna give him every chance they possibly
They
can.
should, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, again, growing pains.
I think what their plan is this year is just to actually, give him a couple weapons, try to build around him, protect him, and then see
Yeah.
what he can do in that situation. Because it's kind of hard to gauge how good your quarterback is when he's getting rushed all the time and can't move, and there's just people all over him and no one to throw to.
He's tiny.
He is tiny, yeah. So you got to be able to protect him.
Sensors
so you
are
can
going off.
have time to throw and look before he gets somebody in his eyes, and he's done. Let's see. Mike Evans stays with the Bucks. Baker Mayfield
surprised there.
stays with the Bucks.
Not surprised there.
I think that's two good moves for them.
Keeps them right where they were.
Yep. I think they're still.
They'll be good.
Yeah,
They'll be
It'll
fun.
be them and the Falcons.
Baker's
probably
finally
fighting out.
I think Baker finally found a comfortable home.
Yeah,
in
I agree.
Tampa.
And he got paid, so good for him.
Earned it, too.
Definitely
Motherfucker
earned
earned it.
He took all kinds of fucking heat and
Hats
backlash
off.
for years.
Hats off to Bake.
And the whole time he was really struggling in Cleveland, he had like a separated shoulder. Like he was fighting through injury for years. So like once he finally got healthy, he showed that he was the Baker Mayfield that everybody thought he was,
Yeah.
at least to an extent. Lastly, we got the Giants making that one move.
Brian Burns.
Brian Burns.
Helps their defense a lot.
Yeah.
It helps their defense a lot. If you're going to do something after giving away Saquon Barkley, that's not a terrible move at all.
They lost Leonard Williams, I believe.
He was on the Seahawks, though. Like, he was traded to the Seahawks and just was extended by them.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then the Giants trade for Brian Burns and extended him as well. $150 million. Pretty
Deserved.
crazy.
Guy's a monster. Just in a shit area.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all for that. Move on to the draft.
Let's do the little draft talk.
Yeah, fuck draft. I'm excited for the draft. It's in
I am
about a
fucking
month?
pumped.
About a month away? I think
It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
gonna be a lot going on.
Especially, it's always fun when, obviously it sucks when your team isn't doing well in the season, but like at the end
This
of
is
it, you're
what it
like,
looks
well,
forward
at
to.
least I can have some fun in April, you know? Like, so.
Have a chance to draft that next, next big guy, next star.
The next jersey that you purchase.
AKA Money Marv. If we draft him, I'm immediately buying a Marvin Harrison jersey.
I would too. Yeah, would be the future.
Yeah, so.
So that's your
I'm
wish
praying.
list.
At 4, I'm praying. He hangs on.
Let me check the order here. Let's see which teams might be moving around, what teams are staying put. Let's see if we can get a little gauge, make a little pro.
Bears,
mock.
Manders. I forget who 3 is.
Yeah,
Pats.
Bears at 1.
Pats
Manders
at 3.
at 2. Pats at 3. Cardinals 4. So,
Pats have to take a quarterback.
yeah, so obviously they traded Mac Jones. He's gone.
Drake May.
Yeah, Drake May's probably the guy at
Could
3.
so see him being a Pat.
I can too.
Him or Jaden Daniels.
I want Jaden Daniels the Raider.
You do?
I really want to trade up.
I think the Vikes might get him.
Think so?
I think the Vikes would try to get him.
I think that there's a lot of teams that are going to be trying to trade up for specifically Jaden Daniels and
Penix?
Drake May.
Uh,
Penix, I think, is a guy that
From what I heard
is going to be a second rounder.
at the combine,
Mhm.
that he's got the nicest
Spiral.
pass in general.
Yeah, I heard that he has the tightest spiral anyone's ever seen. That's what they were saying about him at the draft.
Lefty too. That's cool.
Yeah, like
You don't see that
I was
often.
saying after like the Washington was in the playoff and shit, like I would love to see him as a Raider.
Dude, he drops back and throws the ball. Not only does he zip it in there, it's
Especially-
one directly in your chest.
They're projecting him as like an early second round pick. So
I
like,
think he's going to be a sleeper.
yeah. So I mean, I would definitely take him in the second round. If
You
they
think
don't
him being
trade up.
left-handed has anything to do with it?
It could. I feel like it does. I don't want to say it like affects people's perspective on quarterbacks like that, but I mean like Tua gets looked at a certain way because he's lefty. I feel like, and like
Is there any other ones in the league? I don't think there's a single other lefty in the NFL.
I don't think so off the top of my head.
Starter, not a shot.
I mean, there's usually there's always a handful here and there, but like
I legit think it's just Tua.
I think you're right. The last one I can think of besides Tua, it was like when Kellen Moore was a Cowboys backup.
True, or Tim Tebow.
Or, yeah, Tebow.
I literally can't name another
You got like
left-handed
Mike
quarterback.
Vick, and then like there was Matt Leinart back in the day, and but none of these guys. I mean, Mike Vick obviously was great, but
I don't know. I don't know that many. Dude, I can't name any other left-handed quarterbacks other than that.
not a whole lot.
Bart Starr? No, I'm kidding. I don't even think he was a lefty. Pretty sure he was a righty. Yeah, no. So he would be, at this moment, if I had to guess, he would be the second left-handed quarterback in the entire NFL. Because I truly believe that fucking Tua is the only left-handed quarterback.
You might be right.
Every backup I've seen right-handed, every starter right-handed. Tua's the only one I've seen throw with his left. Only one.
Penix would be nice though. I feel like he definitely has potential. He showed that he's fucking gross in college, so
The guy's
worth taking a shot on him, especially in the second round.
limited turnovers, too. He does not turn the ball over. So
So what do you think here with the Bears at 1? Obviously, they still have Justin Fields. They can go Caleb Williams. They could maybe trade down.
I'm scared for what the Bears are going to do because I don't think anyone has a clue. I don't even think the Bears know what they're going to do.
I honestly agree. My thought is that they're going to draft Caleb Williams. They're going to hang on to Justin Fields unless someone offers them something great, which I don't think they will.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the teams that need a quarterback have kind of addressed it already.
Yeah.
Besides a few that are probably going to draft one of the 5 that are being talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's going to be maybe 1 or 2 teams that are going to need a quarterback in the middle of the season. Somebody goes down, and they can still have Fields, they have Caleb Williams,
Yep.
and then they can go trade Fields for, like, probably something way better than what they would get right now.
I could see that totally.
So I can see him hanging on to him.
I just have no clue what they're going to do.
It's just a weird situation, though, because then that puts a little pressure on Caleb Williams, too. It's like,
He's got to outperform
yeah.
to
Like, do you want to do that if you're going to invest your number 1 pick in a quarterback? Don't
put
you
him in
just
that
wanna-
spot
Don't
immediately.
you just want to give him the keys right away? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but the Bears have their hands full.
Yeah. And, I mean, I think the first 3 picks are going to be quarterbacks. I can't see them being anything else.
Yeah, I don't
All
know
3
with the
teams
Commanders.
need one badly.
With the Commanders, I feel like they might not take one only because they just took Sam Howell and they might just try to see what they have with him. But it
Who
is
would
a
they-
really good quarterback draft here, so it's kind of a bad year to pass up on one.
It'd suck if they really did pass up on someone and then they
Yeah,
they fall and end up being really, really good.
But at the same time, they could also, like a team like the Raiders is going to want to move up. So say the Raiders offer them something good for the second pick and they get the 13th pick and something else, like a pick next year and whatever, maybe a player.
I could see it.
That would be something to look into.
Who'd you want besides
I
Jaden
want
Daniels?
I want him personally because Antonio Pierce coached him at Arizona State when he was the coach there before he transferred to LSU. Yeah, so he knows him well. So
Interesting.
I think that he wants him. So that's why I've been kind of.
I like that.
thinking
I like
about
that.
Yeah.
I love Antonio Pierce, dude.
Me too, dude. I'm fired.
You have
up
a
to
sick
have him.
coach.
Yeah, like, it's cool to have a coach that
You love.
actually played football.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like you can tell the players like respect him more than just.
That's why I
a
love Joe
normal
Mazzulla.
Guy.
That guy sleeps, and breathes. But he can't get it out of his mind, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
You gotta love a coach like that.
He had a funny quote the other day about what was it? Somebody was like talking about Tatum like not shooting well or something, but
Maxey?
Yeah, and he was like he had 28, 6, and 7 or whatever. He's like the other day Maxey had the same stats, same
Said
shooting, and he said we couldn't stop him. He's like I just don't get it. Which one is it? It's so funny.
Also a crackhead on meth.
Yeah, he was definitely cracked out.
Always is, dude. He's scared. He looks like.
He's always ready though. He's always ready.
Yeah.
Head on a swivel. Anyway, back to the draft. So yeah, I think the Bears. Let's say they go Caleb. Let's say the Commanders don't draft the quarterback.
I don't know who they would take.
I feel like there's other players though in there that like taking the top pass rusher or a top lineman is like
True.
a common thing that could happen. I don't really know names off the top of my head of all these guys that are going to.
As long as it's not the one that I give a shit about.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be taking a receiver before they take a quarterback.
I'm praying
or
the
anything else.
Cardinals take him, dude. Just praying. This is a perfect opportunity for him to fall into our lap, and we have a D-Hop replacement like that.
I think Patriots taking Drake May is pretty locked up at 3.
For some reason, I just picture him in a fucking Pats uniform.
Me too. But I could also see him being a Viking. Them trading up and trying to make a move. Maybe they trade up to 2. The Commanders
Vikings are going to do something.
They are.
I wouldn't count
100%.
them out of anything. They're going to do something to move up into this draft to try and get a quarterback. I think
agree.
that's their clear-cut decision right now.
All right, let's do this. Instead of thinking of who's taking what, let's just talk which teams are going to probably move up. So we got the Vikings.
I think the
they're
Vikings are
definitely
going to
moving
move up.
I think the Raiders move up. And I think
I could see the Giants moving up, too.
I could see the Giants, and I could also see Denver moving up.
I could see
now
Denver
that they
moving
lost
up, too.
Russ.
I can see them
I think
moving up
those
as
are
well.
the 4 of all these teams that I see here that I can see moving up for a quarterback at least. Which would leave like the
What else would you move up for?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anybody right
And there's
now
so
that-
many teams that need a quarterback.
Yeah,
There's
the rest
5,
of the
6
movement,
teams that need a quarterback.
the rest of the movement like kind of happens in the middle of the draft. Like you don't know what kind of movement is going to happen until it starts. Then people are like, okay, this team just took this. We got to move up ahead of this team because they need this position, but we want it before them.
Got to hold your breath on the first 15 picks.
Yeah, it's going to be a good draft though. I think it's going to be.
You're going to be in for a ride. I agree. It's in Cleveland though. It's kind of or Detroit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nah, that's the difference.
None whatsoever. That's the difference. But yeah, so that's what it is. You know.
I can see. All right, so where could Justin Fields fit in?
I really think he would fit well with the Vikings. I
think so too. But the
I
only
think
thing
he
that I just think about is that they're not going to trade him in the division probably.
No.
But like if he was a free agent, I can definitely see him signing there. Like it would make sense. I don't know. We'll see.
And he would fit well.
Giants maybe. They give
That'd
up on
be crazy.
Give up on DJ.
That'd be crazy.
I think that would be decent.
But who's taking on DJ's contract?
That's the
wants to
thing.
take
Is like
that
they're going to
on?
have to pay 2 quarterbacks probably if they're going to make a move for another one.
They're gonna have
It's
to
like
do a
they're not
Russ.
getting rid of him.
They're gonna have to do a Russ.
Yeah. I don't know.
What if they cut him?
What if he just comes back and he balls?
Balls.
Yeah. Never know. He comes back and just
It's
shuts
because he's probably
everybody
working out with the wrong fucking Manning. Go with
Probably.
Peyton, bro.
Yeah.
Go chill with Peyton. He's fucking better than Eli.
That's true. Eli might have the rings, but
I don't care. It
Peyton
ain't even
has the
close.
talent.
To me, it's not even close.
I agree with you.
Peyton is superior to me.
Yeah, I mean,
over Ellie.
don't get me wrong. Eli was great and had his playoff moments, and it was awesome.
He's the
2
one man
rings,
that
but
Tom Brady can't beat.
Peyton
But
Manning was elite.
Peyton Manning was fucking untouchable.
For a while, until like Brady really started racking up rings, I would say that Peyton Manning was the greatest quarterback that I've ever seen play.
Dude, that guy is a monster.
I loved watching Peyton Manning.
Talk about a fundamental machine.
Yeah, he was electric.
Calculated with his
He
drop
was
backs,
just
turn
fun
his
too.
shoulder.
He's just like a fun guy.
Omaha.
Good guy.
He's the reason Omaha is fucking.
Omaha Productions.
Man, dude, guy's a tank.
Yeah.
Go fucking get with
Shout out
him,
to Peyton.
DJ. What are you doing, dude? That's why you don't take a fucking Duke quarterback.
Yeah. Fuck Duke. Let's see. I guess that's really it on the draft.
We'll see.
Gonna have to wait and see and see what happens.
I'm praying on one thing and one thing only.
Money Marv.
Every day I see him on the Instagram. I'm like, I
praying
need
on
that
Money
guy in my
Marv.
fucking team.
I'm praying on Daniels.
I think the Raiders and the
happens.
Cardinals will have a good draft. I really
agree.
do.
Let's hope on it.
We're one of those teams. We're both of those teams that need to have a good draft.
Yeah, it's a pivotal year for both of us. Definitely.
Because the
See what
guys
direction we're
we
moving
could end up taking could change the trajectory of the team.
Right.
Maybe not instantly. Maybe instantly.
I mean, there's players like that
I
you go draft a Justin Jefferson, he immediately makes your offense great.
I think Marvin
That's
Harrison
exactly
is
what he
going to
is.
make an immediate impact in the NFL.
I agree.
Immediate. His route running is unbelievable.
I think wide receivers too are like the easiest player to like get a read on if they're going to be good NFL players or not.
Yeah.
At least the top ones. Like usually out of the 4 or 5 best college receivers, 3 of them are going to be the top NFL receivers within 5 years.
Yeah, very good.
Most
very
of the time,
good guys. Yeah, no.
Not always, but
I mean, I'd bank on them.
yeah. I mean, recent history says so. Jamar Chase and Jettas,
Devontae Smith, all those guys, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
all
they're fucking
guys
monsters.
that are solid receivers.
They're monsters.
Want to get into a little Raider Redbird action to finish it off?
Yeah,
Talk about our squads?
we finally fucking bolstered the lineup a little bit. Jonah Williams.
Nice. Very
Nobody
nice.
probably knows who he is, but
No,
I do now.
Yeah.
He's a big man.
There
and
you
I
go.
like big guys on the line.
Right.
As we were saying earlier, Nichols, big guy.
Talked about Bilal, big
He's
body.
a unit.
Wants a Raider.
We sadly had to let go of DJ Humphries, longtime card, captain of the team, great on the O-line, but all good things must come to an end.
That's right.
Insert Jonah Williams. Here we go. Fresh start. Still got Paris Johnson, who's an outstanding outside tackle.
Yep.
Kyler's back. Can't complain about that. I'd like to see James Conner do a little bit more.
Right.
I'd also like to see us try to get a speed back because I think we'd be benefiting more off of a 2-back system than a 1.
Right.
Personally, I think we keep Conner for the short gains and end zone runs, but then I think we need a speed back.
Could be a potential draft option then. Maybe in the 3rd, 4th round, you go grab a fast little guy from somewhere.
Maybe somewhere named Michigan, named Blake Corum.
Ooh, that'd be juicy.
I'd really like to
That
see
would be
Blake
nice.
Corum. I think he's going to be slept on. I don't think a lot of
Yeah.
teams are going to take him based off size and stuff. I
Right.
just think he's going to fall.
Yeah, but
And
he's
I
a
think
dog.
fucking him and James Conner.
He's a guy
Two
that's
dogs.
worth taking a shot on because
Two
he
dogs.
definitely runs hard. He's like always has that chip on his shoulder. He's a smaller player. People like to talk down on players like that.
Love me a little Blake Corum in my life.
Yeah, as do I. I've bet on him a
3rd,
few times.
4th round take.
I used to slap a little Blake Corum 2 TDs every
That's
time Michigan
automatic.
played. It was auto, dude. Automatic. That was good, though.
Question,
yeah,
though.
that's good.
Think Harbaugh takes him?
Maybe they no more Eckler. They just signed Gus Edwards. Obviously, you want to put another guy behind him. He's not like whoa.
You want to light a fire on his ass.
Yeah,
Let him know that it ain't secure.
I could definitely see
Jimmy
that.
Harbaugh loves Blake Corum.
Yeah, you want to obviously get some of your guys coming from college to the NFL if you have a chance. I think
I bet Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, he's fucking where he ran a 4.2.
Yeah, beat it.
Imagine he goes to like the Chiefs and just gets used in the Tyreek Hill role.
You know who I could see going to the Chiefs?
Yeah.
OBJ.
I probably would be the best thing he could do for his career at this point. Like, you might as well just because if you can't do it with Pat Mahomes throwing to you, just hang him up.
Just got rid of MVS. They're either going to draft.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Rashee Rice is going to be the new number 1.
Yeah.
Sky Moore's still very good. I could so see OBJ just sliding in there.
Just, yeah,
low-key.
it would fit.
That or I could
Red
see them
zone target.
taking like a fucking Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, just to have a speed guy. I can see it too.
I mean, they didn't
I'll
screw
tell
up
you
last
what.
year in the draft.
Where do you think you've seen any projections of like where he's supposed to go? Is he a first rounder, second rounder?
I haven't seen any projections, but I guarantee that 40 bolsters the shit out of it.
Yeah. Well,
the dude can fly.
Right. Yeah, I mean, anytime you have the top speed of anybody in the draft, your name is going to get looked at.
You're gonna be put on notice. So we'll see. He might go earlier than expected because of that.
If he falls, though, I'd love to see the Raiders take him in the second round. Their whole mantra is really built on fucking speed. They always just want Al Davis always wanted the speed guys to beat you over the top. So
Devontae could use some help.
Been missing that since old Ruggsy.
Where's Renfro, Bryn?
Just cut him yesterday. He's gonna get to that.
3rd and Renf.
Yeah, end of an era. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
I guess we can move on to the
Raiders.
That was the Raiders button.
I hope so too.
Imagine if it was like the Donnie Burger button. The fuck is going on?
Imagine it's Terry
just
Collins.
Like this.
It's Terry Collins. You gotta give us a shot.
Or Jerry. I had March.
Ooh, we have that button on here.
I don't know. I don't remember which one it is.
We'll have to get that
it's on
fired
there.
up.
It's on there
For the next episode.
It's coming. March is approaching.
Yep, March Madness.
Well, it is March, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, the madness starts soon.
Oh man.
But yeah, back to the Raiders. So we'll start with Zamir White, new RB1. Now that Jacobs is gone, he played really well when he was out last year, so I'm okay with it. Young guy. Excited to see what he has.
Did you guys re-sign Abdullah too?
Re-signed Amir Abdullah, which I don't mind. He's been solid. Good pass catcher.
Good backups in the system already. You know,
yeah, guys
know what
that
they're
have
doing.
Been around before.
You don't
veteran.
gotta hit the restart button, and then if you bring another running back in.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them drafting another guy too, like maybe a Blake Corum or anyone else really.
Just even if you do that, you can have White start for a little bit. You know,
and see who you got.
Pave the way for the guy, and then unless they get like
carries.
a top running back, but I mean, I don't even know how many of those are left at this point.
Right. I don't think they're even planning on doing that.
I like Zamir though.
I do too. Yeah, he showed me some
fucking
promise.
hard runner.
If you would have asked me what I thought about him, like in the beginning of last season, like to midway through,
I mean, with Josh Jacobs on your team,
yeah, it's just like
it's hard to say
times,
anybody's better.
He'd come in and I'd be like, oh, like he's getting a yard of carry, like what the fuck? But like once he actually was getting the ball consistently and got into a rhythm,
that's what it is. You need
then,
reps.
Yeah,
you
can't
reps.
just like expect the guy to come onto the field.
2 reps.
And rip
Oh,
a
why is he not
run.
running for 35 yards? He's getting 2 reps, dude.
Right. You gotta get your legs under you first.
And it could be on a fucking 2nd and 8 or something like that, or a 1st and 10, and he only gets 3-4 yards. But I mean, it helps the offense. But
yeah.
He just stays cold because he doesn't get as many reps. And then you see, like you just said, you give him the amount of reps.
And then he was ripping 100-yard games.
Going fucking nuts.
I think he had 3 100-yard games in a row at the end of the
Multiple
year.
touchdowns.
Yeah,
like very good running back. Again, hard runner. I think that guy runs his goddamn ass
From
off.
Georgia, I believe. I think he was on the
Yeah?
Georgia national championship team.
I'd take anybody from Georgia.
Yeah, so that's solid. I like that.
There's one free agent move that I wanted to touch on, though.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Queen.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Patrick Queen to the
Steelers
is nuts.
And then he said what Mike Tomlin said about him.
No, what did he say? I didn't see that.
Mike Tomlin, when they were playing him, he said that Mike Tomlin looked at him and said, "You don't belong on this team. You're not a Raven. You were never a Raven."
Wow.
And Patrick Queen was like, he took that as like disrespect at first, but
then he realized it.
Like, maybe I'm not a Raven.
Maybe I'm a Steeler.
maybe I'm not a Raven.
Maybe I'm a Steeler.
And
Maybe
Mike was like,
part of the steel curtain.
He's like, yeah, I'm fucking with you, Mike.
That's some tampering.
But I did talk to a couple of Baltimore fans, and they could care less about him.
Really?
Yeah, my one buddy that I shout out Chris. He's like, I don't give a shit about him. Like he's worthless to him.
Damn. Just like that.
Fucking traitor move.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people are saying the same about Saquon, Giants fans at least. It's just kind of.
And what does that do for his new podcast with Humphrey?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's gonna be awkward.
Yeah. A little in division beef.
It's gonna be awkward.
A little divisional podcast. That's something. I wonder if they're gonna keep that going.
It'd be cool. They probably will.
Yeah. What else? Back to the Raiders.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Minshew, bridge quarterback.
Mania.
Minshew mania time. I'm okay with it. I dressed up as him for Halloween before, so.
Listen, the guy's reliable.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna sign a guy and you're gonna draft a quarterback, which I hope they're gonna do.
Yeah.
He's probably the best option you could have got for a bridge quarterback of just somebody to have for a year and somebody to back up if
100%.
the rookie plays well. But we got him for 2 years also, so he'll be here this year and next year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
That's great because if something doesn't pan out, you can always fall back on the old Minshew mania.
Exactly.
And
keep us afloat for a little bit.
might be a little ass boy.
Yeah, Crosby did bitch him around a little bit, but I'm sure they'll be patching that up.
Did you see his interview?
Nah.
He's like, Minshew was that they brought it up, and Minshew was like, "Well, he's a big ass boy."
Yeah. It's not
Then he's
wrong
like,
there.
"He's a guy you hate to play against, but love to play with."
Yep. Now
like,
he gets to
hey,
play with him.
Can't blame him.
Still gonna be playing against him in practice, but every
He
day.
won't be hitting him.
Yeah, no hitting. Wearing that
No
red
hitting
jersey. Let's see. What else do we do? Jimmy G gets cut. Renfro gets
Inevitable.
cut. Inevitable. But saved $19 million by doing that. So.
Yeah, James wasn't.
No, he was never it. I never liked the move.
I never thought you felt comfortable with it.
I didn't. I just didn't feel like it was enough of an upgrade, if an upgrade at all, over Carr to move on from Carr the way we did. But now that Carr's gone too, and the way he played last year, I'm very happy that I have neither of them, and I'm just ready to get something.
Isn't
new.
that funny?
Yeah.
If I asked you, if you said that 2 years ago,
Yeah.
you would have actually wouldn't have said it.
Yeah,
you
and
wouldn't have said
the
it.
reason too is because I ride with my guys. Like I know that Derek Carr isn't the best quarterback, but like,
Man,
and
you
I've
rode with
always
that. You rode with that motherfucker.
I've
though.
always known it in the back of my head,
I'll
but
give
I've
it to
always
you.
gave him the benefit of the doubt because he was my quarterback,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna ride with my quarterback no matter what. And if you're not riding with your quarterback, are you really a fan?
That's
Like,
the
do you
only-
want that team to succeed? Do you
It's the
want
only
your
reason I
quarterback
like
to
the Cardinals.
succeed? Right? Because you love Kyler, and that's
Love
your
him.
guy, and you're
Love
not gonna let
watching him.
anybody talk shit on him.
They can, but
They can, but like you're not gonna believe it because
Yeah,
you have your own
never,
perspective on him because that's your
never.
guy.
because he's Kyler, he's little legs. He's little legs.
Little legs guy. I'm a big Kyler fan as well.
I feel like everyone is when he's playing well.
Yeah, I mean he's fun
How
to
can you
watch.
not?
He's electric.
He fucking runs around. He
Guy's
looks
a
like
baseball
a
player.
6-year-old.
He's a baseball player.
With,
He's
like,
a
shortstop.
shortstop playing fucking quarterback, just running around, fucking slinging Derek Jeter throws like crazy.
Running 30 yards to his left, throwing it across his body over three
Yeah,
guys for
like-
D-Hop to catch it. Like,
It's
what the
crazy
fuck?
that you can actually see the baseball tendencies in his game when he plays
You can
quarterback.
see it in his throw.
Yeah, like he throws like a baseball player. Can throw across his body so well,
And
probably
it's
from
quick
playing
and
baseball.
fast.
That's why everybody says always play as many sports as you can. A lot of athletes say that that's the best thing they ever did for their career was to just play football, baseball,
You
basketball.
develop more than just football skills.
Yeah,
You
there's
develop
so
great
many-
hand-eye balance. Even focus, baseball focus.
Right.
You gotta be focused in baseball.
And there's such a different little niche in every sport that you can take something from everything and
Yeah.
put it all into one and makes you the best player at everything you play.
You should be a Met,
Yeah, could be.
little Deion Sanders.
You think that could happen one day? Kyler play a little baseball?
I think
Maybe
it's
when he
too
gets
late.
older? Think so? Yeah, I mean,
I think he's past that point,
yeah. Well, how old is he?
20-something. But I just mean
Yeah.
like an NFL turn. Like I think he's too deep.
Yeah.
Like Deion was on the Falcons when he was doing that, right?
Yes.
And that's where he started.
Yeah, Falcons, and then he was playing with the...
Again, Deion's the only guy that really played like forever in the MLB. Like he
Right.
played on a lot of teams actually. Braves,
He had,
Yankees.
he had some like
Reds.
weird like clauses in his contracts too, to where he could like kind of like pick when he wanted to play. I think.
Well, they do that a lot with
Yeah.
MLB guys. That
I mean, they
like,
got to give him the leeway if him literally stepping away from the sport he's getting paid millions to do to come play for your team. Like you got to kind of let him do whatever he
cut him
wants.
some slack a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see what else with the Raiders. Christian Wilkins, obviously we talked about already, but I love that move. Gave him a bag, 110 milli.
Deserved.
Yeah.
Guy was a beast last year.
Facts. And he's only getting better. And then player to look out for, I mentioned him earlier, but I think Tyree Wilson is going to show me a little more this year than he did last year. He's going to, a little less pressure,
Growing pains.
growing pains, new
I'm always gonna
team.
fall back to him.
Yeah, like Antonio Pierce is there now, full season with him. The whole culture of the team is solidified. We're
You
ready
guys
to
are
go.
locked in.
Yeah, so I'm
Locked
good.
in.
I'm feeling good going into this year, even though I don't know who the quarterback is yet.
I'm feeling good going into this year, even though I know we're not going to be that good.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just lower the expectations. It's not always Super Bowl or bust, you know?
Yeah, I mean, as much as you'd like to think that.
But if you live a whole life and you don't see
Only one
a
team
fucking
can win it.
Yeah, only one can win it. I've never
Only
seen
two can play in it.
never seen one Raiders Super Bowl victory in my lifetime, but it's not like I'm going to think it's going to happen every year, but I want it to. But it's not.
In the back of your mind.
Back of my mind. But
The little guy's like, hey,
Raiders. Back of
Raiders.
my mind it's saying predict 10-7 every time.
7, he does it every year.
Every year.
Hey, RJ, what do you think the Raiders are going this year? 10-7.
It was always 10-6, and then they added that extra game.
Now we flip it. The boys flip it now. We got 6-10. 7-10.
Always, every time. I know that message is coming at one point in the group chat when it gets around draft
We hit
time.
you with it. As soon as I said
get
it,
hit
Aiden
with-
goes, you'll be 6-10 this year.
yeah. I love it. It's all for the love of the game.
Yeah. That's what I like about our group is nobody likes the same football team.
Yeah, it is fun. Very diverse group of football fans. Couple Eagles
Actually,
fans.
every fan, really.
Yeah, every sport.
There's only 2 of us, like, in each sport.
You and Joel are pretty aligned.
Yeah.
Celtics, Mets.
Other than the Vikings and
Yeah. And then
I'm a devil head.
right.
They suck right now though, so I'm not even gonna bring them up. Flyers though.
Flyers are about to play the toughest stretch of hockey that they're gonna have to play all year, and it's very important that they win some games to make it because they're
I think they can.
So they got Toronto, Boston twice, Carolina,
In a row?
Florida,
Twice in a row?
all in a, yeah.
No, like Boston back to back.
Oh no, it's like Boston, another team, Boston again.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Away and
Florida,
home.
Toronto, Carolina,
Jeez.
and like one other good team, and it's all 7 games in a row here. So they got to win.
Home stretch? Road trip?
It's
Or a mixed match?
It bounce around a little. I was talking to Kevin about it today or yesterday. Let me pull it up.
Devs fucking suck.
Yeah, so they got Toronto, Boston, Toronto, Carolina, Boston, Florida, Rangers. Yeah. It's going to be tough.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, they're only 3 points ahead.
That's all I'm gonna say.
The
Best of
Islanders,
luck
I
to you.
believe.
But yeah, if that's all we got,
Yeah, I think that's it. We'll wrap it up.
you know what to do.
But before I do that, make sure you go like this video. Go subscribe to the Pro Am Podcast.
Please,
go
thank
follow us
Please and thank you.
on all platforms. We got Instagram, TikTok, X. I've been calling it Twitter. It's X. I got to embrace it. X. TikTok, YouTube, all that. At the Pro Am Podcast. I'm RJ Tamillo.
I'm Sam Cohn, and every time you tie your shoe, you must sing that song by SpongeBob.
Wait, what's... I was about to sing it.
You do a loop-de-loop
And
and pull,
and now your shoes are looking good.
You do a loop-de-loop and pull, and your shoes are looking good.
Subscribe
All right,
to
folks,
the pod.
We'll catch y'all next week. Have a good one.